Hello, motherfuckers! Welcome to the Besides the Norm podcast. My name is Scuba. We're here with Craig, who's taking a drink right now, so I can't ask how he's doing. Like you usually do, just to embarrass him. Mainly annoy him, really, more than anything else. He's taking a longer and longer drink. And we do a thing quite often. But if I end up looking at him and he's trying to take a drink and he takes way too fucking long to drink it, he ends up spitting all the liquid everywhere.
I purposely didn't too long there to see if you could keep filling the air.
And it's just the kind of childish way that we live our lives.
Totally. We're two brothers that stay alone without mummy.
Yeah.
So we're just two brothers that just fuck with each other all the time.
That's pretty much the best way to live your life.
And of course, as normal, we've had our blustering argument.
Basically, aye. As we always start the podcast. And then we start cheery on the podcast.
Hello!
So it's fantastic. But,
so fake. It's so fake.
That's what happens. Maybe for now on, we should know in this one.
We're fucking corporate shells.
Aye, but I think the next podcast, maybe we should involve a wee bit of personal life.
Aye.
Yeah, the argument, that'd be quite
Get
cool.
the bag,
Next week.
Oh, sorry.
Fucking know the day.
What
Jesus
idiot
Christ.
I am.
We're starting to argue already.
Piece of
Let's
shit.
move on. First question I have to ask you before we start.
Alright.
Have you seen the video?
Yes.
You seen that video?
Totally seen that video.
That was up on Facebook today. You seen it?
Can't you stop seeing the video? Everybody's
Seen it. I'm surprised you've also seen it as well.
Aye. What video?
The video, it's a woman, she's got a knife at her husband's throat, or
nice.
boyfriend or something, and she gets him to apologise, or basically tell all them hoes that contact him on Instagram to stop commenting on his photos because it's ruining his relationship. And she's sitting at the side of him, making him say this with a knife at his throat, and she slaps him up, I think just once, just to kind of hammer literally hammer the quotes home. It's quite bad shit.
And she thinks that
she thinks she's quite within her right. And of course, it's been passed about everywhere, and people are like, hashtag relationship goals. But just forgetting that if the fucking role was supposed reversed in some sense, they'd be going fucking insane. There's people sharing it now, sort of saying, oh fucking that's some bad shit, and saying the same thing that I'm thinking. But there is a lot of people that are like, oh fucking she don't know what he's tell and shit like that.
it's just a laugh in its guys, isn't it?
Just a laugh on its guys. But they say,
I mean, I'm all up.
she actually had it on him, like not just below him, like on him, on his throat.
So it wasn't like a joke thing. It was like
because she fucking he had like a big red bit on the side of his head.
She seriously thought like, I'm well within my right to put a knife to my boyfriend's throat.
And it seems like one of the kind of jealous girlfriends that we keep hearing about that fucking somebody comments on Instagram or something like that. I don't use Instagram.
Well, she needs to fuck off, don't you?
Aye, she seems like an asshole. And you could tell in his voice that he was fucking scared.
Oh, what a pussy! Imagine being
And
scared of a knife to your throat.
I know. And people are like taking that on board and complaining that he's been such a pussy. And
really?
Aye.
Oh, it'll be all the hard men.
Aye.
Like, I would have just fucking judo slammed her.
Aye.
No, you fucking wouldn't.
Judo slammed. I saw the guys that are kind of watch UFC.
Should have just fucking grabbed the offer, man. Fucking shot her ass.
I would have just
fucking shut up.
I would have just put my hand like just at her elbow and then moved my hand along, slid it along, grabbed the underhand of the knife and then flipped it up and then stabbed her right in the neck.
Totally, you should have done
ridiculous, that. Man. Ridiculous fucking people.
I hate those cunts.
Aye. Absolutely.
They're just such bullshitters, man. Mm-hmm. Do you think they believe this?
I think they genuinely do.
Do they genuinely believe this?
I think so.
I would love to see them in the actual situation.
It's the same as when you were
just to watch them crumble, because they will fucking crumble.
Absolutely.
Unless you actually do have training.
Aye.
But even then, police officers shoot cunts in the face with training because they've panicked. When you've got a knife to your throat, you didn't think rationally.
No.
It's easy for you to say, yes, when you're watching it from that angle, you could say, you should have just punched her there and then just like grabbed her and then judo flipped her and shit. It's easy to say it when you're sitting
that's a
in
common
your pants.
That's a common thing that happens quite a lot. It's like people
fucking bullshitters, man.
People watching UFC and like when takedowns happen, they're like, oh fucking look at them, they're just shouting. It's just crap. Just get up and kick him in the puss.
Nah.
It's like, right, brilliant. You fucking thought well and truly about this.
Hate these cunts, man. I cannot fucking. They're the kind of cunts that are just filling up kitties on a Saturday night. They're just, you can't move for cunts that ken on about jiu-jitsu They're just like, yes, man, I'm fucking solid, lord. Fucking come on, me, lord. Come on, me, lord, I'm solid. Fuck off, cunt. You're such a bellend.
It's like the Louis C.K. They're just so angry that they've no came. They've no found a woman to come in, that they're just happy to just piss everybody else off because they've got cum coming out their eyes.
Dickheads, man.
Just idiots.
Cannot stand them. I know a couple of these people as well, and
absolutely.
I cannot fucking stand them.
It's annoying.
They make me want to jiu-jitsu their ass. I'm a pacifist.
Would you, like, if you seen them, you would just grab them by the side?
I'd grab them by the neck and just
then
like judo slam them,
and then
and I'd karate kick.
You'd like put them into a kimura, and then you'd like lift them air, and it'd be easy.
What was
for
that
you.
kick called when you do a backflip?
A flip kick.
Backflip kick. I do one of them.
A backflip kick.
I do a backflip kick to the.
Could you do a backflip?
Yes, who can do a backflip?
Could we film one after we've done this?
Totally.
We'll do
Totally.
that. That's fine.
Totally do that.
We'll have to get the proof.
If you can't do a backflip, then I don't see why I should show you.
And we should make it like a GIF. Big name bag, a wee GIF meme. Like,
mate, if I could do a backflip, would I be doing podcasts? No.
I think you might still be doing podcasts.
Nah, I'd be doing backflips. Like.
Nah, there's no much jobs you can get with doing backflips.
I could be a YouTuber. There's a
Just
guy
do
called
backflips?
Tanner, son. It's Tanner. His name's Tanner.
Tanner.
But if you got a name like Tanner, you didn't need a second name, do you?
No. You are a
There's only
YouTuber.
one person called Tanner.
Oh, you're a YouTuber.
Aye,
Yes.
I can do Tanners in the world with YouTubers.
Aye, because that's basically what that means.
One does the scooter, so he's automatically cancer, right?
Right, aye, totally.
And another guy does backflips, so he does backflips.
Just does
What do you do
backflips.
for a living? Backflips. They need a podcast called Backflips.
You see there's a guy that does just jumps on the trampoline.
No, him. Mm-hmm. That's him. That's Tanner.
Oh, that's Tanner.
He does backflips.
Tanner the trampoline guy.
Tanner trampolines.
Fucking hell.
Code that you cunt.
YouTube.
No.
Jesus, that is cool as fuck actually.
Then he travels to another state to find Tanner Fox, who's the scooterer.
And the scooter on the
No, they do backflips. They get just like hot hands and do
backflips.
And give each other blowjobs under the trampolines or whatever. Oh, look at me getting homophobic.
The
now.
backflip.
The anger has made me homophobic. If I could do backflips, I wouldn't be doing a podcast. I'd be doing
back to the original point though. Poor guy.
Oh, aye. He should have just backflip kicked her though.
But that's it. You should just grab her in an armbar.
That's my neck snapper.
Did you see Conor McGregor getting thingied about his drug taking?
Oh no,
it's fantastic. He's taking they're like protein tablets,
right?
Things, but they're close. UFC's like whatever the health union is are deciding pretty soon that one of the protein tablets that he takes will be on the banned list quite soon. It just isn't yet.
So what's that?
So he's in a wee bit of trouble, because he's going to stop taking it. That's the problem.
Why do they need to stop taking drugs?
It's well, they're saying for like safety issues, which I find funny because it's fighting.
They're kicking each other in the neck.
But
a boxer just died. But
I'm saying it's unfair because if they're taking strength tablets to get a wee bit extra strength and a wee bit extra energy, and that other person in the ring's no had the chance to do that.
Stupid idea.
It's it's stupid for no doing it. Fair enough. But the sport is supposed to be made, and they're actual pure athletes to train like fuck to get to this ability. But if you're just going to take fucking a couple of extra tablets, although Conor is fucking great, I have to give him that. Is
that only because he's taking the tablets?
That's another fucking
the
thing that
tablets
comes up.
Coming out looking like Spike Dudley. Hey there! Just put
90s wrestling reference. Fucking well done to you. Jesus Christ.
So I brother yesterday. That would have been helpful.
But so he's a. I can't remember the full extent of the story. I'm kind of going off the top of my head because I've seen it earlier on. But there's certain proteins that he takes away. Another protein tablet that when they're mixed together, they give a kind of double boost before you go in the ring.
So what?
There's like two.
How does protein help a fighter?
It's a tablet. I don't know if it's a protein tablet. It's two tablets that you mix together.
He takes it before he goes in a fight?
No, before he goes, but like during
the fight.
His training.
During his training.
Well, he takes it constantly.
Like a supplement.
Like a supplement. Supplements, that's what I was fucking looking for.
Right.
Supplementary tablets, basically.
That just means he doesn't need to eat as much egg whites. Does that know what a supplement is?
I think so, but some of them will hear like energy and stuff like that.
I see. I've got no fucking idea.
Aye, I would love to kid more about it, but seemingly this gives them a wee bit more strength.
I need to learn
a wee bit more strength than the guy that's no taking it, sort of thing.
Alright. I need to learn about these things because
if you go to onit.com, which is Joe Rogan's website, Joe Rogan again, sorry. We've got to his website.
Sick of hearing about that,
Aye, sorry. He's got a supplement website, and they go through like the scientific tests towards them and stuff like that. So it'll probably be more interesting for you.
Does Joe take anything like that?
Aye, loads of stuff. There's a thing called Alpha Brain that
So
everybody
Joe takes stuff that's banned that he wouldn't be allowed to take if he was fighting.
Is Alpha Brain banned?
I reckon. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, they can.
Because Joe, just being a commentator,
Aye, I didn't.
is banned to fight. But it's legal.
Aye, I think so. Maybe, I reckon.
Maybe.
But there's a thing called Alpha Brain. I can Stone Cold Steve Austin takes it, and
you allowed that in wrestling and stuff.
I reckon. Couldn't tell you. But him and Joey Diaz takes it. I don't know why. But
because Joey Diaz
keeps him on the ball.
Out doing backflips on trampolines and shit. That's what he's doing.
Wouldn't surprise me if Joey Diaz could do a backflip.
Love to see him doing a backflip.
He does
him and Tanner Fox doing a backflip.
You never seen his wee sketches called Joe Karate?
No.
There's a treat for you. Go and see us on YouTube.
I'm going to get stoned and watch that.
There you go. Joe Karate. It's fantastic. Him talking about karate, showing you moves and stuff.
Sorry, really?
Yes. And he talks about different UFC fights and stuff like that.
Oh, Kerry watches UFC, but he's the guy for kitties, isn't he? He's like,
Joey Diaz,
kick you in the
don't you fucking tell people that he's the same guy as kitties, because he is not the same man.
Kick him in the fucking monkey.
Motherfucker. Cocksucker. I love how Joey just goes out.
I was in Spider-Man 2.
Cocksucker. Aye, cool. I didn't even care he was in Spider-Man 2.
Oh, Spider-Man 1? Which the one where he's fighting the Doc Ock? Which one's that?
Spider-Man 2 probably.
Spider-Man 2, he's on a train and he's trying to stop this train thing.
Right.
And his suit like sort of rips off as he's trying to stop this train from going on.
Oh.
And then he sort of collapses. And Dr. Octopus comes in, he's about to like rape fuck it to Spider-Man or whatever he does. And Joey Diaz stands up, he's like, you need to go through me first. I'm like, fuck off, Diaz. What you gotta do, Dr. Octopus?
Did he say cocksucker?
Didn't he say cocksucker?
That's not.
So it wasn't really.
It's not authentic. It's not authentic Joey Diaz. No. But Conor McGregor in the shit, but no yet, is what we'll say, because it's no band.
Might be in the shit
later
on if he keeps taking it.
Aye, basically. Crazy stuff. So this week we've released videos for Ya and the podcast. It's fucking.
We've recorded another podcast.
We've recorded another one as well. We've done one with Cody Feekin last Saturday. I was talking
about the one yesterday.
Oh, fucking hell. I was going to get to that. Jesus Christ. I was talking about the music first. So we've done our live sessions with Ya a good few weeks ago. We've got them released this week on Tuesday. Before that, on the Saturday, we done live sessions with Cody Feekin. We done some stuff with Sean Evans. We didn't know what's happening with that because he's not sent me any of the files, or I didn't know if he's wanting to go through it either. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see what happens with that.
With Chewbacca in the studio.
I put up a wee clip. It's fantastic. It's just
as a joke for Sean, by the way. I'm
not
dissing Sean here.
I was filming one of the mic stands just because it was part of a pastime, and Sean, as a kind of funny vocal warm up, I'm not going to do it. I should have got a sample.
Got a sample. Aye. The
sample will be used from next week and forever.
Aye.
And we'll keep that forever. And then that way, Sean could grab the sample of you, or I might just grab it and just be like,
"Aye, let's not do that." I sound like a right bell end.
Aye.
I went too high pitched. That's what it is. And the thing is, I don't even care. It's just hearing it. Aye. Like.
Aye. It's the you hearing you back.
Aye.
That's the problem. It's not.
But then that makes it worse. But it is really high pitched.
Well,
but it was meant to be. It was meant to be me taking the piss out of my friends being dickheads.
Mm-hmm.
So
there you go.
It's not exactly.
Yesterday we done our first Skype interview. I've done Skype stuff before. I interviewed a DJ who's a total mad conspiracy theorist, which I didn't care at that time. I can slightly.
Did he talk about it on the?
We didn't. It was mainly talking about music and stuff. Aye.
But I've not listened to the.
Aye, you've not listened to it. That's one of the very many things that he's not listened to that I've done myself. But to be fair, if you'd done one, I wouldn't listen either because it'd be boring. But
Aye, fuck you, I've done loads of podcasts on my own.
I know, and I've not heard any of them.
You've not listened to any of them.
I know, so I can't complain.
Like 10.
I know, and I can't complain. That's what I'm saying. So it's funny. What the fuck was I? What was I saying? Aye.
I don't fucking care.
We
what
done.
you're saying.
We had a wrestler
That.
from Kirkcaldy called Mike Musso, yesterday from W3L, which is Worldwide Wrestling League, based in Kirkcaldy. Interesting conversation. We're kind of limited talking about like certain wrestling stuff, so we kind of talked mainly about him. Yeah, we didn't kind of talk about like we did kind of talk about WWE for a few seconds in there here and then, but mainly about Mike's business and kind of what he does.
I think we were spoke. Well, he had to leave at 3, so we stopped exactly at 3 o'clock. But I think if he was here, there would have been more chat about other things. It just seems more relaxed. On Skype, it seems sort of forced.
Well, that's one of the things I was talking to you yesterday about.
We're going to get used to that.
One of the things I was talking to you about yesterday was, well, one, delays. There's a sort of sound delay when you're speaking on Skype, and when there's 3 people, it's a wee bit extra. Just a tiny wee bit extra, but it's much more noticeable just because it's that tiny wee bit delay. But
so you when you both speak at the same time, you didn't ken until you're 2 seconds into the.
Well, that's it, because there was a few times I would ask a question and there would be like a 2 second delay, and I'd be wondering if he didn't understand what I said or something bad happened, and he'd be like, "Aye," and then he would just continue on. So
you said something that didn't make any sense.
Aye, I said
something about escape, and he was like, "What?"
Aye, totally. I
started giggling. I couldn't help it.
I worded a sentence absolutely ridiculously, and I totally kept it in as well. I kept it in.
Did you?
Because it was because I didn't.
It was something about escape. Do you follow something about escape?
I was talking about like the wrestling business nowadays, like how big it is and stuff.
Aye, because I was like, maybe that's a wrestling word I just take in of it.
Aye, totally.
And then when he said what, I was like, he's fucked up.
Aye.
And
totally.
I started giggling like a child.
So I kept it in because I thought it was pretty funny. And I'm lazy as well, so I kept it in. So I had an interesting conversation with him. It was really good. That was another thing was what I talked about when you're talking on Skype, there's no sort of facial cues.
Aye.
You can't see what people are saying. You can't see if people are like finding someone funny or they're engaging in what you're saying. So like when me and you are conversation now, like if I'm kind of a slight kind of stroke smile. Yeah, like I usually do.
Totally.
That's how I smile. Or like, that's like this on Skype. Aye, what Craig's doing now is he's just kind of facing down, not interacting as well. He's not talking. It's quite annoying.
I'm speaking, but I'm doing delayed.
So he has Skype right now. Basically, he's a Skype conversation. It's a good impression. You should do that for Halloween. Just go in like, what are you? Skype conversation.
I'm Skype conversation. Oh no, what are you? I'm Skype conversation.
2 second delay. Aye, so that's his Halloween costume. It's brilliant. Skype's a bit annoying for that, man. So I'd like to try more, but I'd like to avoid it also at the same time as much as I can.
I want to really avoid Skype.
Skype is going to be great if I want to speak to people worldwide, like for the world.
Which I really want to do. So we're going to need to do more Skype.
We're going to need to.
But I think we're also going to need to do more Skype to get better at doing Skype interviews. Because both of us and someone else, it was just, we're not used to it yet.
And that's another thing. See,
it's easy for them. They've just to wait for the question and answer the fucker.
See, when I'm doing like Scotland stand-up interviews and stuff like that, I usually know the person before going. I usually knew a lot about the person before I actually start. So I'm alright in that sense. That's where the interviews are able to kind of drag on for a good while, and I think they're interesting.
The only person.
The only person that thinks they're interesting. But that's all I'm able to talk for a while about them. I didn't get mic that well, and the Skype was thrown in there, so it was a bit awkward. Aye, it's pretty fucking interesting, man.
But I think people understand that when it's Skype.
Aye, totally. Maybe fucking no, maybe no. Who has fucking Skype conversations that are getting recorded for other listeners?
Well, that's true.
Who does that? Nobody else does that.
I mean, it's just you talking to your pal on Skype, it's fine.
Aye. Long pauses and everything like that. That's absolutely fine. Going on, making Michael chips, coming back, You can't do that.
Microchips, man.
Microchips.
Holy shit.
Another reference to the 90s there.
I've not heard about microchips for fucking ages.
Did they still
They
even
were
make them?
shit.
Ah, they were awful.
They were really bad.
Just wet chips,
Just
man.
soggy, like cardboard chips inside some cardboard. That's all it was.
Fucking awful. Because some of them would end up hard. Some of them would not defrost properly as you were cooking them. It was just a.
And then you had to shake. You put a wee drop of salt in them. No too much because they're already mostly salt.
Aye.
So you put a wee drop of salt in them to give them some flavour. And then you shake the box and then you realise that 4 of them are still frozen.
Aye.
Oh,
And then sometimes if you would take one that's burnt into the corner of the box. It's just a bit of a nightmare.
It's like fries to go, man. That's essentially what fries
They
to
do
go are.
toasties as well, the same company. I imagine probably that's the same, half of it's cold, half of it's warm. You're burnt in the corner, wet. Just soaking wet, fucking toasty. Pizzas as well today.
Did it?
Aye.
Who makes microchips? I thought it was just a company called Microchips.
I'm sure it's McCain.
Is it McCain?
McCain, aye, the big chips cunts. They make all that
That's
stuff.
mental, eh?
Sure, it's McCain's. Aye.
You can't eat chips in the microwave.
I was going to say I should have researched this beforehand, but I didn't think we were going to be starting talking about fucking microchips.
No one could have known we were going to be talking about microchips.
Aye. We do that quite a lot, I feel like it's better rather than
this podcast it used to be purely news, and now we're just just fucking fuck the news this week. Just fucking chat shit about microchips.
Aye, well, this is usually the first 25 minutes is usually just us talking.
Aye.
Or 20 minutes if you include the music that is played beforehand. Because I usually play a tune about the new, actually, to be fair. Aye, shit. We'll stop and we'll go into news after we're done.
Well, we need to fucking stop now. We're in a jam.
A
Talking
jam?
about our fucking microchips and shit, and you've ruined it. You've ruined the microchips.
What,
Steve.
mate? Sorry.
You've ruined McCain's microchips. I didn't even connect with McCain's.
Say more about, what could you say more about microchips?
Well, you can't because you've ruined it. You've killed the flow of the conversation. So put on your shite songs.
That's a track called Skeletons from a bland.
Idiot.
That's a track called Skeletons from fucking Jesus.
This band is really good.
Let's start again.
This band is really good though.
You didn't hear that, you
I've
fucking
never
idiot.
heard it, but we've fucked up enough that we need to really tell them how amazing.
Right, this is the band Bloodlines with the track called Skeletons. Oh.
Give me a taste of the medicine, leave it alone. I need a 4 demons stuck in my head. This is my health, my innocence. This is my death, but once again it's all in my head.
Oh, abrupt thing. Oh, not so abrupt ending. Jesus Christ. That's only the second time in his podcast history.
You fucked up at the beginning as well. Just before we went.
Fucking hell. That's the second time
How
I've been
long
caught
have you
with
been
it.
doing this? How long have you been doing live streams?
I forgot about the abrupt ending at the end. Fucking annoying.
No, but at the beginning you fucked up as well.
I know, but I just had a bit of a fucking a brain fart.
Brain fart.
Aye, that's what it is.
So, what episode is this? 25?
25, aye. You mumble words as well.
I
Jesus
didn't
Christ.
mumble words. I didn't. You pressed the wrong fucking button
Well,
twice in a row,
well, that's just one of
and then
these.
forgot to turn it off again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's one of the things. If you just hear brain
I
fart,
love live streaming, man. Stop.
Well, because it's only me that could fuck up because I do all the work. It's one of the fucking. You're actually fuck it. You're hosting next week.
I fucking will host the shit at this show.
No bother at all. I'll fucking leave you to
I'll
it.
fucking destroy.
If you hear brain fart, I'll fucking destroy you.
You will. You'll try it.
Fucking exciting. So that was Skeletons by a band called Bloodlines. There you go. Got it right. Fuck you. Straight away.
They were dope, by the way.
Fuck out, man. Love them, man. Love them. So what we'll do is we'll get through some news stories, son.
You got any news stories?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Oh.
Alright, my ones are usually the ones that come on and I'm like, here's the headline. Then you're like, oh yeah, that's
What was the
weird.
one we were talking about on a second ago?
Well,
Would you want to talk about that?
basically, I was going to say good friend of mine, Ali Hunter. This guy I used to work for, Ali Hunter. Used to work at Kinetic, doing Buckhaven, like the Buckhaven Theatre thing. He's recently resigned from as his kind of chair as a councillor, basically, and he's emigrating to Australia.
Alright.
So there is a by-election. I'll read about that. Wait a minute. Get the button. The multi-member ward is also served by Councillor Tom Adams, Labour, Councillor David Alexander, their good friend,
Good guy.
and Councillor Charles Huffey.
Aye.
Reckon who he is. Councillor Adams said Councillor Hunter has been very supportive to me, and I wish him well in his next venture. When is the by-election?
It's leaving mouth.
Eh?
Leaving mouth.
About when is it?
The day, isn't it?
December 15th. December 15th.
Alright.
So you're gonna be involved in that?
And what? By voting?
Well, again, what happens? What happens in a by-election? Explain.
You vote.
Right?
For the next councillor who's going to take his place.
Right? So how do we do that?
You vote.
Great.
How do you vote in everything else?
Right, the same. So it's the same.
I think so. No, I don't know.
You think so?
I've never voted in a council election.
We've been talking for ages about getting all the people that are up for the council elections.
I can't know who they are, but I've never voted in one. I think if it's the same.
You keep saying every time I ask you about this that you're going to check and see how it's done and what happens.
And I will check.
You just go wait closer at a time again.
No, to the 23rd of December. 15th of December.
Jesus Christ.
I will
So-
play a time.
Right, so that's that story.
I'd ask me on the podcast nearer.
Right,
And I'll
so if
tell
I
you
ask
exactly.
next week, you'll have an idea.
Or next week's maybe too soon, lad.
Right, fine.
It's really embarrassing that I didn't ken this though. I presume it's the same.
It's pretty sad, actually.
I presume it's roughly the same thing.
Alright, I assume
I
so.
can't imagine how much different it could be.
Not probably not much different. Again, I'm just adding in bullshit. I have no idea. But that's what's happening with Ali. He's moving to Australia land. Sorry for him. He's
I'm
going to
so
be. He's
happy
going to
for
be a foreigner. Something else.
Wonder if he's one
He'll
of
be
the.
calling himself an expat.
I wonder if he's one of the expats that'll be adding to the health tourism bill that we keep
Oh Christ!
hearing about. You keep hearing about these people that are causing health tourism, and then you find that the numbers are mostly expats just coming back to see their local doctor.
No,
But the Patriots didn't kin this. The Patriots.
I wonder if
expats.
he will though. That'd be interesting.
He's got too much fucking money then, isn't he? I'm going to travel for
Well, I
Australia
think he's
to see the
actually
doctor.
immigrating. He's actually like moving through there, sort of thing. But that is cool. He's going to be away.
I'm happy for him.
Another story. People.
Wow, that's sort of depressing.
Aye. People kicking down graves and fucking stealing stuff for graves. I keep hearing about this all the time. It fucking does my nothing. We're not going to go into that specific story, but I just had it up to remind me. Like,
Takes a special piece of shit. Wow, I fucked that up.
takes a special piece
Takes
of
a
shit.
special piece of
Shut him.
It takes a
Fucking
special piece of shit
Better
to
gosh.
kick down a grave.
Aye.
I mean, to us, the grave doesn't mean anything because it's not. Like, I didn't believe in afterlives or anything. I didn't believe
No.
the person's looking down here or anything.
I
But
think,
just no being a cunt.
Mhm.
Somebody's paid for the grave to be there. You're just being a cunt and
It's
knocking
the-
it in.
the people have to keep going back to graves. The same when like Brie and Marlon and that Pete died, and people still had to keep going back and replacing all the stuff that got nicked
Aye.
because people put like bottles of Buckfast at certain people's graves, and that gets taken off because a junkie or whoever fucking stray has decided that's mine, I'm taking that. Fucking just ridiculous, man. Or like Celtic taps and Rangers taps, like big signatures for like all the family and shit. They
Fuck
all
would
get
nick
nicked.
that shit.
Fuck nick that shit.
That's
That's
shite.
pathetic. It's fucking absolutely pathetic. Flowers, for some reason, I don't think they get nicked. I think they
I
just
think they
brought
just
war.
get wrecked.
Aye.
A lot of people just kick stuff down and
But
it's
seemingly-
shit like that.
See, the only part of the thing is that there's like bairns drinking in the cemetery.
Is that a thing now, is it?
Yeah. Well, that was the thing when I was wee.
Was it?
Aye.
I've never heard
Well,
of that.
no, in Kennedy Cemetery, I never heard about that, but it was like, I say wee, I was at college. I was at Elwood College. I heard about people, there was like certain, like a lot of the weird tunes, they take cemeteries and people would like, because they take like,
Kennedy's huge.
knocking, but like the weird places like Fruki and shit, which is basically like Five Houses.
Huh. It's the only bit aggressive I've got as a cemetery.
Aye, basically, aye. So they'd all go and like hang out at the local deed people area.
I kind of didn't believe in afterlives and ghosts and shit,
Aye.
but that's.
But this is local, this is like metal and shit. No, fuck, sorry, Kirkcaldy.
it's not
That's what I'm saying.
it's just you're a piece of shit if you do that.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying you're wrecking the spiritual nature of the person or anything, but you're a fucking cunt,
Aye.
and I can't stand you.
Well, there you go.
You're worse than the people that go to kitties.
Mhm.
You start talking about the backflip kicks and shit,
There you go. Who's spoken
and you
to
probably eat microchips as well. You fucking arse.
that? Wet, fucking salty,
Aye,
burnt, or no burnt.
and you probably vote Conservative.
Oh,
I made that boring, didn't I? And you're like Trump, you fucking cunt.
you fucking cunt. Right,
Oh,
next story, Rich.
oh let's go into
stories.
something that's worthwhile.
Well, I've got nothing that's worthwhile. You want me to just finish mine off?
Aye, you could do, like, we could just.
First one I got is Gary Lineker met with abuse as he defends the
Oh, I
Cali.
shared that.
Did you?
No.
Gary Lineker met with abuse as he defends the Cali jungle child refugees. Did you hear this?
Aye.
You did, because you shared it. Twitter users hit back at Gary Lineker last night after he tweeted in defence of child refugees.
Give what my reply was.
What?
I put on Facebook. There's so many more important things to be furious at Gary Lineker for. Like how was a shell for Big Crisp.
Fuck off. Yeah, no, I can't take this story seriously. Fucking. The 55-year-old star took to the social media site to share his opinion on the reaction to child refugees being brought to Britain from the Cali jungle. The treatment by some towards these young refugees is hideously racist and utterly heartless. What's happening to our country? Which makes sense. It's absolutely fine to say. But this is the kind of shit he's getting back for people. One Twitter user told him the country was fucking full up, guys. That's what's happening.
Fill up.
Now we're finished.
You
We're done.
debunked that a while ago. Fill up. It's like it's only been used like 99% of the UK's.
Oh yeah, it's common knowledge. Like if you think, especially Scotland, when you
You
drive
had an
about,
actual map that told you.
aye. When you drive about Scotland, it's mostly fields.
Aye.
Even
And not even like the kind of fields that farmers are using.
nah,
It's
just countryside and forest area and
Aye.
fucking. There's a lot of national parks as well. People keeping the forest alive. It's just Britain is
And
mostly
you didn't need to
fields.
cut down the forest. You could cut down the shit overgrown parts of fucking grass.
There's a whole part up and actually there's a few bits in Kenny, like the Miggy
Aye.
and like across is Cotlands Park, that bit is across the Cotlands Park, is that the Miggy? Is what that is? Like it's just doing for Hawfields.
Aye, that's the
like-
Miggy,
Right, that's the
I
Miggy.
think.
That whole area is an absolute fuck up of a place.
Aye.
I've been at a few times, there's loads of like fucking motorbike engines and like humans,
Aye, that's
dead
there,
people.
there are some buried cunts there, like
Probably.
totally.
I've probably tripped there about 3 people. But aye, that's an area that could be expanded.
Like this is how bad the Miggy is. Like we saw, I think it was me and Darren, saw a bag that was about the size of a body with like red liquid coming out of it, and it was reeking, and we're like, that could actually be a body. Like, that could actually be a body. And so we went nowhere near it. That's how much of a shithole this place is. Like,
so you could have genuinely seen
that we could have genuinely just walked past a body, and we wouldn't have even been shocked to find that. Like, it's such a shithole. It's the kind of place where you expect to find a body.
That's where everybody goes motorbiking as well.
Aye.
My favourite area, just jumping
It might
in
just be
bodies and shit.
a body, somebody's fell off their motorbike and just died in a bag.
But that's
Managed to wrap themselves up.
Alright, the entirety of the UK is covered in places like that. Just wee shit areas where people just dump bags of shite.
There's a bit where Mum stays. Like, if you go come out her house.
Yes, there's like a grass area. Like
If you go to the left, there's like a gate and then just a grass area.
Aye.
That nobody, there's nothing happening.
There's
with
nothing there. There's
The
no.
council just goes in and cuts the grass.
Aye.
Then comes out again.
Nobody's allowed in either.
It's like, shut
the
up.
old folk complain because I heard this from the old people as I was coming home one day from Mum's. Somebody was moaning that there was somebody in the grass bit having fun, kicking a ball about.
Oh, what a nightmare.
The guy complained that the boys were making too much noise, and this was at tea time because the guy says, I got up, I was eating my tea, I got up and I went outside and I shouted at them for making all that fucking noise outside. I was like, wow, what time do you have your tea? That is unbelievable.
I sat there once when I was a bairn, just at summer. I just sat there. You know, when you sit there and you're talking with your pals and you're just like pooing bits of grass at the flare.
Ah,
Because that's what you do when you're a bairn.
it's amazing how much my mic goes
tablets?
limp on me. My mic just keeps going limp all the time. It's fucking hell.
My limp's...
Your mic's
my
perfect.
mic's solid as a rock.
Ah, it's fucking standing up like like nothing. It's
I'm
unbelievable.
younger than you though, in fairness.
Aye. It's madness, isn't it?
But aye, just sitting there.
This is like real life.
There's no reason for it to exist. It's just there. You build a fucking house there.
Aye.
Probably got a couple.
Probably got a couple in there. A couple of small houses as well, tiny houses.
Aye, here are a couple of fucking bungalows.
You can put big, like sort of decent sized flats in there and stuff as well.
You do want
The
to have
Miggy,
flats.
for fuck's sake, you can cover that stuff.
Oh
up.
fuck, aye, the Miggy, you could hear fucking...
You know, a whole new fucking tune.
You could hear the big scheme.
You hear like the big scheme. Yes. There's a place in Buckhaven called the Bird Scheme because all the streets are just named for birds.
We used to walk through there to get our dinner.
Fucking hell. Sparrow Crescent and...
Flambeau.
I'm sure one was called Swallow Crescent and we knew somebody that stayed there. So just in the piss at her all the time. It was like, Swallow Crescent, aye, Swallow Crescent, aye.
Most of us a lassie too.
Aye. But we had no jokes, we were just like, Swallow Crescent, is that aye?
That's funny, man.
Swallow Crescent.
You're funny, man.
No punchline, just nothing to put forward why it's funny. Just, it's funny.
Just,
That'll do.
you need, folk need to expect that that's going to be funny.
That's it, there you go.
It's just, it is.
That's some high school fun for you right there.
Totally.
What the fuck were we talking about? Aye, girl, Lineker.
Oh, aye, girl. The man is so boring.
Oh. Aye, so
Le Pump.
I got to the bottom of the comments and I'll try and find this one. Fuck, wait now. Sorry, could you fill up the fucking air a wee bit?
Oh, sorry, man. I thought you were just trying to do stuff for your life.
Shit, sorry, man.
It seems you are, but you're trying to find a specific comment that you can't find because you can't read.
There you go, sorry. Right, there you go. That's all you need. I would just like to try to... This is a comment left on that newspaper page.
Am I going to be
These are always fantastic. They're like YouTube comments, but worse. Because I complain about YouTube commenters. Newspaper commenters are the fucking worst.
You ever read the comment section of the Daily Mail? It's cancer.
Oh, God.
It is fucking cancer.
I'm not even going to fucking touch it. I'm going to touch it with a fucking 9-foot barge pole.
Right, Jeremy Kyle Guest.
This is from Anne Jakic, or Jacek, or Jakic. Fuck it. I would just like to try to understand why these supposedly refugees, or one word, supposedly refugees, or are some of them economic migrants, want to settle in the UK. They've travelled throughout Europe. Weren't any of these countries good enough for them? Or one word. Or is it that our country is a soft touch with our benefit system, etc.?
Right, let's go through this one by one. If they win in, I'll stop you when I need to reply to a
I
point.
would just like to try to understand why these supposedly refugees all
Right,
are
so
one-
let's stop with that. First of all, they are refugees. The difference between a refugee and an immigrant is an immigrant is choosing to leave the country because they want a better life. A refugee, or maybe they want a worse life, I reckon. Who am I to judge? Or a refugee is someone who's being kind of forced to leave the country out of fear of their life or whatever. These people are refugees because we're bombing their fucking houses.
Oh, continue on.
And people automatically sometimes say, well, it's not even for Syria, these people are for Iraq or Afghanistan, where other wars are happening. Yes, they can still be fucking refugees, you pube. So, next point, please.
Or are some of them economic migrants
No,
want
they're
to
not.
settle in the UK?
No.
They've travelled throughout Europe. Weren't any of these countries good enough for them?
Yes, they were good enough for them. That's why the Middle East and other countries have taken in a very, 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 very large majority of the fucking refugees. The ones that are now getting here are ones that we've taken from refugee camps in other countries, or they're ones that can't settle anywhere else, and so they're forced to carry on going. It's not like France is like, oh, you can stay here if you want, and the refugees are going, no, we're alright, we're on our way to Britain. It's that they can't fucking get in, so they're carrying on to the next country they could try and get into. What do you expect them to do? Did these people think that they're going past these countries and the countries are like, aye, come on in? Mm-hmm. And the refugees are denying that.
No, we've got further to walk.
Aye.
We're just going to keep going.
That's fucking stupid. And if they were going to do that, they would go to Norway or Sweden or Germany, somewhere with a better welfare system than us if they were economic migrants. Mm-hmm. But they're coming here because they can't fucking get anywhere else.
I seen when I was in Norway for, I think it was a week I was there for, maybe 5 days actually. The integration between a lot of people, even a wee shit towns, because we stayed in a wee shit area in Trondheim, and the integration between everybody is fucking amazing. Blacks, Turkish people, fucking like whites, like just anybody that was there, just all fucking playing together constantly. It's amazing. It's fucking quality to watch.
In fairness, there is some areas in the UK where that happens.
Maybe 3 bits.
In Fife, apparently they're coming in no bad.
But even they were saying they didn't really put up with racism that much in Norway. Which I was like, holy fuck. I was like, because I was just at skill, no far away for that. And even me just being at skill, people were fucking thinking about racism all the time.
I didn't hear much like in America the main thing is nigger. Whereas in Scotland it's generally parky or something like that. It doesn't seem to be black people that get it. Although I imagine black people do get it as well.
Probably.
But it generally seems to be the sort of Arabs or Indians and stuff like that get it.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So that was a
any more point?
That was
any more points that the guy tried to make?
Oh shit! I went off it.
You went off it? Oh, any more points? There was plenty. Sorry, he's a fucking bell ender.
Aye.
Clearly done no research into this. He's just like nah.
It is Shane Ward.
He's a Paddy Doherty's like second cousin's.
Who's Paddy Doherty?
King of the Gypsies.
Who?
King of the Gypsies. He won Celebrity Big Brother. He's a gypsy.
The boy that was in Big Fat Gypsy Wedding or something shit like that. The gypsy.
Paddy Doherty. He was on Britain's Most Dangerous Men and.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Right, fair enough. Anyway, so he's really down in some sort of way.
In some sort of way,
Oh,
he's on. Was it Coronation Street or something? He tried to be a singer, but then he ruined it with going on X Factor.
He won X Factor, won it, and now he's on Coronation Street. Same with Kim Marsh.
So
if you like pop stars,
if you want to become an actor, go on X Factor.
Go on X Factor, aye. Don't bother with Britain's Got Talent, none of that shit. You go straight to the singing programme, then you'll be on Coronation Street. It's fantastic. That's how it works. So Shane Ward, recently, just in the news a few days ago, Shane Ward has reportedly been left hugely embarrassed after a sex tape of him leaked online. The Coronation Street hunk, obviously the person who wrote this story is obviously in love already. So sex tape.
She's watching the sex tape while she's writing it.
Grabbed some of the video and GIFs created by social media users are now circulating on the internet, while blurred, still blood stills clearly showing Shane's face and chest tattoos have also been published. I'd love to see some of the gifts.
So
Pure
what
blight.
exactly happens? Is it just pumping somebody? Is that
I don't know get anything about what actually happens in it, but I just thought it was interesting to see that this is it. But this was
so who leaks these?
I don't know, man. But actually, wait a minute. He thought it was a private chat and a one-off, and only realised he had been catfished after the video emerged today.
Oh,
So what I'm thinking is, one of the
He's
things
been
where
on,
somebody's like, "Oh, wank off for me." One of the things when somebody just adds you on fucking Skype or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, fucking wank off for me on video." One of the
And
things.
it was Shane Ward.
Shane Ward.
That's like on Skype. He's just like wanking for different birds. So has he got like a Skype that he uses specifically to wank to random lassies? He's like got like a fake Snapchat where he just sends random lassies dick pics and that.
It seems so. It's quite mental, isn't it? We've just got a wee video. He just like Shane Ward just like, "Oh, alright,
He's chugging away like.
so
He was just in a truck then.
Doesn't say, man.
No, an embarrassing sex tape is what happened to the Amazing Atheist. That's an embarrassing sex tape.
Oh, what was it?
This guy's just wanking. The Amazing Atheist
Last end of my
poured
stories
hot
anyway.
oil at his balls and at his arse, and then put his balls inside a pot of burning hot oil,
Fuck.
and then scooshed some water up his arse because his arse was on fire because he had it in burning hot oil. And then he had a wank, and then done something with chocolate syrup and a banana that I don't want to talk about. I get PTSD every time I think about it. That's an embarrassing sex tape.
Oh.
This is just a guy in a wank. Who cares? I didn't understand the thing.
I heard about the Amazing Atheist, but I didn't think it was like that.
He's pretty.
I knew it was a fucked up one. That like,
He's pretty out there, like.
it seems that like fucking balls and hot oil and shit.
Aye, that's mental.
Fucking hell.
Big
So
up
there you
to
go.
him.
Big up to him, man. Totally.
So that's what you're into.
Whatever you're into. But
We don't judge. Right, so.
I'll judge.
Totally will judge. I'm going to judge these cunts. Tales of survival are emerging from Haiti, where a hurricane killed hundreds this month. You minded that? We were watching that on My bad. In one ravaged area, villagers said they took shelter in caves and will have to keep doing so until they can rebuild their homes. Until then, they'll continue to flee to the caves when it rains. Right, so that's just a bit of backstory that they're now living in caves after this horrid fucking hurricane thing that happened. Here's a quote from one of the residents. "It is our house that God created when we most needed it. How about just letting you stay in the one that you built? Would that not been nicer of God?
Aye, it would have been absolutely fine. I think just.
If I was God, I would have just let you stay in the house that you already had, and just wouldn't have sent a hurricane.
So does he seriously think that God broke down that house and thought, right, there's the caves, enjoy yourself?
I don't care what these people think, man. I ken they're in a shitty situation, and a lot of them have only got God to keep them strong and stuff like that. But I'm like, but surely you must, like, you've been dealt a shitty hand. You stay in Haiti, like you're constantly fucking smashed about with hurricanes and fucking horrid weather, and it's roasting as fuck all the time as well at the same time.
God, the heat.
It's craziness in Haiti. You're living with fucking poverty just around you all the time, and you're still like, oh God, God's gonna look after us. Fuck. He's doing a shitty job. If it was me that was looking after these, I would be doing a much better fucking job than God's currently fucking doing. I reckon why God keeps getting the thanks.
Well, God gets credit and he gets negativity.
But he doesn't get the negativity. It totally just manages. They bypass the fact that it was God that sent the hurricane. They're just like, no, God gave us the caves to hide for the hurricane. He also sent the fucking hurricane though, if you believe in God. Like, be consistent. If you believe in God, say he's a fucking cunt for sending the hurricane.
Would they not say it's the devil that sent that to knock
the devil's more powerful than God. God couldn't stop the devil. All he could do was just make some pussies out of rock.
They were already there, mind.
Which were there ages ago. So God kid that the devil was going to send this hurricane.
That's why. That's what I'm saying. God made the caves beforehand because he knew later on the devil would knock down other houses.
And he didn't have time to just stop him knocking down other houses.
No, because he had already previously made houses for the Haitians.
Nah,
to hide in.
nah. I feel
Do you
so
know where my
bad.
logic's coming from?
Yes,
Nah.
I see where it's coming from. It's bullshit. I feel so bad for these people, but they keep fucking just. They just keep saying this shit, and I didn't understand why they keep falling for it. And their preachers and that will be living in the exact same. Like in America, I could be extra annoyed at preachers because preachers will be taking money off, especially in like black churches. It'll be people that are from like bad neighbourhoods where they've got very little money. The unemployment's really fucking high. Education's very little. Taken seriously, very little. And then they'll go into these churches where they feel embraced with people that are the same as them. They're really religious. They stay in the same kind of neighbourhoods. They're both black, so they feel like they've got a thing against this overriding monster that's fucking everybody else. And then they give all this money to this fucking millionaire preacher who's chowing out in the fucking white neighbourhood with his big mansion while his fucking white pals that are also rich.
Then he flies there to fucking somewhere else to do an every sermon.
It's
Cunts.
fucking shitty. But in this area, the preachers are just deluded. They're just like, oh, I'm living in the same situation as you, but God's going to see us through it. Like, you've been at this your whole fucking life, mate. Just accept it.
Give it up.
God's not doing shit. You need to... Oh, fucking...
Do you not think it's going to come to a head one day that people will just be like, fuck this?
I would have thought it would have at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And especially in Haiti, they deal with so much pish, man.
I honestly thought 2 years ago that it would be like, it would have run out by now.
Really?
Aye. I honestly thought that 2 years ago because I was like,
Have you seen the Middle East?
I can. Honestly,
The
did.
women living in Saudi Arabia who still believe in God.
And we need to go there one day. We'll get everybody to convert.
Or will get fucking killed.
We'll bore them so much that they'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake.
God would not allow this.
Where'd I sign up for atheism? And I'll be like, no, you didn't sign up.
That's the beauty of it.
That's the thing. It's fantastic. You didn't do anything. It's brilliant.
You just eat fried breakfast.
It's like we're so lazy.
Have
that
you ever had bacon grill? It's an atheist fucking dream lot. For microchips. Microchips.
It's food GMOs and it's fucking minging.
Delicious.
It's like genetically modified bacon. That's what it is. It's a spam.
Saying that, they live on GMOs.
What?
They've got golden rice.
Fucking rice. That's another thing they need to get off of. It's fucking rice.
Clogs
Rice
you
is
up.
awful. Alright, close you up.
One.
You seen gnocchi?
No.
It's a Japanese thing where it's just fucking it's rice ground up air time and it's made into a flour, and then I add water to it and then I just beat it,
Put it in
and
rice
it's just
again.
a fucking sticky mess. They make everything
What
with
do they
rice.
make? Asia and fucking rice.
Just leave the rice alone, lads.
Asia, rice and
You
curry.
make rice
That's
so
all
you
they
sell
do.
it to us fucking idiots. Right, just leave us idiots to fucking eat it with your curry. Right? Just let us fucking enjoy your shit. There's so much rice. Right, rice. I mean fucking rice is shit. Everybody can do it. You can miss Japanese homes are fucking, they've got rice cookers in them.
Made out of rice.
The windows are fucking rice.
paper.
That's lies, but I don't know if anybody knew that or not. But aye, it's madness. Leave the fucking rice alone.
Yeah,
It's
put it
shit.
though. Yeah, put it
You
though.
can't even make rice taste better by adding taste to it.
The only way
You
you
can't add flavour.
The only
You
way
add
you-
flavour and it just fucking dissipates away from
The
it.
only way
It
you-
just corners itself off into the fucking, like, to get away from the rice. It just jumps out the pot. All the flavours just spill in air.
It's
fucking
amazing that
man.
the only rice that tastes good is fried rice.
But even that's bland as well. Because you need to add egg and chicken to it
Oh, and loads
to
of
get
curry.
flavour. And loads of soy
curry.
sauce.
Oh, aye.
It's
Hold
all
on.
just fucking extra added. You have to add loads of stuff in it to make it taste decent. To make it taste bland. Oh, that's bland, that's bra. Perfect. Fucking hell.
Love rice.
Then
man.
you throw fucking like extremely flavoured fucking like curry. Curry's just like an over fucking whelming sense of flavour.
Or in the case of the Kennedy Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
licorice.
Aye, fucking hell. The Kennewy Chinese, instead of barbecue you get gravy. So no, sorry.
Instead of gravy,
Instead
you
of
get
gravy,
barbecue sauce.
you get barbecue sauce. Instead of the curry sauce, you get licorice. It's quite annoying.
They still call it curry.
I've tried the samroot sauce for there, which I don't think you've tried.
What is that?
I'm not sure if it's
curry.
right. It might be the total wrong sauce.
I'm looking curry and gravy. That's what
I'm saying. But because the curry and gravy isn't curry and gravy for that Chinese, the fucking samroot sauce probably isn't samroot sauce.
That'll be like curry.
Aye, that'll be what gravy is. No, but I've had it. It's like a kind of chili flavoured soy sauce,
sweet chili sauce.
Aye, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's good though.
What were we talking about there?
Fuck, what are we talking about?
Hey,
aye. Rice is what we've got on this fucking rage.
Who's rice?
Who's rice? Kevin Bridges DVD, watch it. Right.
Oh, we've talked so much shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Did we go on our story or
we're going on our story, man. Fucking what time is it? What about due to finish? We've still got fucking...
No, we're mentioning Jews now. Alright, we're getting
still got 4 stories to go through. Fuck it, just do it.
Aye, man. So this one's
Nick
cool.
listens to this, anyway.
Nah, you've got 0 fans. I didn't even listen.
Why we continue on?
We just committed suicide tonight. We just drank the Kool-Aid together, Steve. So 170 countries.
Can't believe I'm wondering so much about rice.
170 countries have reached a land ban. I'm so dry. I'm really about to die if I didn't drink something right now.
Even rice when you talk about
it. I'm drinking Coke and
that's
it's not quenching any thirst.
Thought about that.
It's not quenching any thirst.
I've been talking about rice.
I
so
really could do with some water if you want to go and get a couple of pints of water, Steve. That'd be dope.
Nah, you're alright.
Try and get through this. 170 countries have reached a landmark deal. Essentially, this landmark deal is to cut.
Wait a minute, have you got stuff to explain this? I can go and make water if you.
I got stuff to explain this. Aye.
Cool. I can go
you
make
can
water.
Go and make water.
So make water.
Aye. Make it with the big, the
go
special
big water pump outside. We'll be back in the room.
He's going to create some water with a big magic machine.
Fucking Timbuktu, you have something water.
A magic water machine one. So they're essentially going to cut. Let me try and get this fucking word properly. Hydrofluorocarbons. Hydrofluorocarbons. Let's go with that. That sounds alright. This is a thing that's used in air conditioners and refrigerators and shit like that. And their plan is to cut them down, and so chemical companies will need to start making new products in order to work with the regulations. But here's the catch. This deal might not have actually went through if chemical companies didn't campaign for it. There's been a bunch of chemical companies who have said that they have products ready but couldn't afford to bring them into the market because they would get fucking destroyed, because there's what other people consider to be better products that use these hydrofluorocarbons. So they've said that without a rule change, their new products couldn't compete. So this is one of actually many situations where chemical companies or companies that people consider bad have fought against their own industry in order to bring new things to fruition. And in this case, that being a more green energy.
Oh, exactly, a more green energy, because you have to think about it in that sense that I've no idea what the fucking story
cloudy
was.
Water. You didn't let it run very long, did you?
I did let it run long. Just not very long.
A glass of milk.
It's that pump outside, it's a bit fucking, it's a bit of a nightmare to get
It needs to be filtered again, like.
Oh, fuck's sake. That's pure white. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to need to leave
it's
it
like fucking bitter lemon. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to need to leave it about a year before it's drinkable.
So aye,
do you want me to explain this again for you?
No, because people are going to be bored if you explain it again. I'll just say, I believe you.
Right, I'm happy.
Perfect. Next news story.
Right, so, next news story.
Did you actually finish your point, I take it? Aye.
Aye.
Right, cool.
I spent about half an hour trying to pronounce hydrofluorocarbons.
I think I went in half an hour, but...
Because I had to work out how to say it. It's easy to say it now.
That's what I'm saying. It's easy.
Right, so, Canada starts Tell America is great hashtag. I'm presuming you've not seen this?
No.
This is awesome. A bunch of folk in Canada started tweeting on the Twitters, things to tell America that it's very nice. Like, you're a strong, independent black country, and you deserve better political candidates.
Oh.
And
Did somebody actually say that?
well, I reckon if that's funny, so they should. So it started up to cheer up disillusioned as well.
Mm-hmm.
Disillusioned and depressed Americans due to shite election.
Oh, yeah.
That was my words at the end. That wasn't the words of the newspaper.
Right.
So they've been tweeting them nice things. It's a total Canadian thing today.
Is this not like there was a Madonna is offering a free oral to people that would to get them to not vote for Donald Trump and instead for Hillary. She's offering free oral sex. I think it was entirely true, but
I'll happily vote for Hillary Clinton.
well, Madonna.
Just to say, I got a blowjob from Madonna.
Aye, totally, that's free. That's fair. To vote in the American election, they do that. I can't even vote. Like, it's unbelievable. It's great.
I'll commit fraud. Fuck it. That
Sorry.
tastes like shit. That's total bitter, man. It's like
That is better
drinking
lemon.
worms.
Drink what? Worm.
Worms.
Fair enough.
I feel like the boogeyman.
Cool. The story was quite basic and
Ah, totally.
not a chat.
This one's pish. I'm not even going to bother with it.
You've got the last one then.
Should the police wear cameras?
No. Yes.
See, this is the issue I'm in as well. That I was wanting Kaz. I was looking forward to Kaz coming up. I wanted Kaz's wrong opinion on this. Kaz shocks me sometimes because me and Kaz agree a lot of the time, and it shocks me because I totally expect him to be wrong all the time, and he's not wrong all the time. Sometimes he agrees with me. So I was interested to hear what he'd think about this. Because when I brought up Gary Johnson when he was here, I was a guy that I assumed Kaz would have liked, and a story from that person that Kaz would have liked, that Kaz would have disagreed with.
Oh, yeah.
So I was looking forward to just sort of fucking his mind a wee bit. But he didn't like Gary Johnson anyway, so it didn't work. But I was always interested in just hearing Kaz's opinions and things. And that's one of the things that I'd be interested in hearing.
I think it's huge to know that everybody, when they get stopped by the police for anything, they're like, oh, get my phone out in case you shoot me in the face. And this is people feel like fucking metal doing that. Like, oh, you're going to shoot me because I'm black. Like, you're white. Stop it.
Nah.
It's unbelievable. But will it stop that? It should do.
But that's the argument is people are saying,
Where do you position the fucking camera for the best?
well, here.
But I suppose you'll find out where the horns are going, I suppose.
It's mere to hear context before the shooting happens. Every instance it's proved that the police officer shot the black guy. It's always a black guy, isn't it?
So it's a black guy, yeah.
So that's always, they always kid that happened. It's the context before the black guy got shot by the white.
Aye, because it's always filmed afterwards.
Aye.
Or just before the thing happens.
And
They
so
cut all
people
the
are
shit at
saying
the beginning.
that that would allow more police officers to get arrested for it. My argument is no, it will not.
Aye,
Because there's already videos of these
there's going
things
to be a lot
happening.
of stuff edited out, these
Well,
fucking
no,
videos.
not even that. It's that there's already videos of these shootings happening,
Aye.
and the police officer got fucking nothing.
Aye.
So, hair and air camera is not going to change anything if they're not going to fucking convict people.
Is that because they've not got the context beforehand to decide
No,
that
it's just
we're not doing it?
for some reason they just didn't. They didn't seem like
It's because the police all stick together.
Oh, but like no one caught the didn't.
I do it.
You can't. But it's peers. It's random cunts off the fucking sidewalk.
Trust me, the police in some way will be trying to fabricate their responses towards what they're saying, and then fucking hire up people in that establishment. They'll all be working together to get the fucking nice story out to the jury, and the jury are more inclined, in a sense, to trust the police. Not a random black guy that they killed, but the police are an authority figure. The black guy is just a black guy.
No, that's a good point.
Fuck him. He dies. That's what happens. They die in films. They die in real life.
So
they die in the first 10 minutes.
So
of films.
wearing cameras isn't even going to help.
No, really.
And then folks say that it might also stop police from doing things because they'll think, shit, this is going to be on camera. I might get fucked for this. But if nothing's happening when they go to court for it, they're just going to be like, oh, fuck it then, what's the fucking issue?
Aye, I'll probably stop a lot of that for the first probably 2 years, I would say. They'll probably be I'll be completely stopped. Probably. But then they would get to a point of saying, nah. Sorry, was that the last story?
Aye.
Right, perfect.
I was wanting to make a bigger debate, but we've left it too long.
Aye. Basically, Craig needs the toilet. Is not what I say, but I will embarrass him. Nobody cares.
Just hurry the fuck up.
So, we're about to end the podcast. I'll go through the fucking... Right, I'll let Craig go, I'll finish off the end of the podcast. That should have been our idea there. So basically, we're going to finish off this podcast. Everybody can swear to follow us. Basically, we'll put everything in the fucking description. It should be easy enough to fucking find. Go and follow some of these links, click on them and do the job. Subscribe, like, share, retweet, do anything you fucking can just to show support if you can. That'd be fucking absolutely fantastic. The main thing we need is subscribers on YouTube. That's one of the biggest fucking issues we have. So go and subscribe right now. Do it right now, quickly. There you go. Perfect. We're going to finish off the podcast today with a track from my man Lumanes with a track called Winds of Chains. But first, next week we have Ya, who's one of the guys we let out the music this week for the music videos. Stephen Black, and I'm going to get this guy's name. Danny Barker, who's also a musician who hangs about with Ya and Stephen Black and stuff. These guys are coming down next week. We're going to be doing a podcast with them beforehand. Then we're going to be doing a PS4 live stream straight to your YouTube channel. We're going to be doing going through horror games and stuff. So we've got the projector and everything set up as we usually do in the sitting room. We're going to be playing horror games live on the PS4, so that should be pretty interesting. Hopefully it goes down well. If no, fuck it, we'll go try it anyway. So that'll be after the kind of podcast finishes at 8. Probably have a wee break and then get started on that. So, right, so that's us all caught up. Remember, join all the links if you can in the description. That'll be much helpful. This last tune is Winds of Chains by Lumanes. Peace.
Take ones, then I rip my heads right off, I'll rip my heads but right off. What the fuck has happened to my genre? I barely recognise you. Every rapper coming up is claiming to despise you. Never check the history or studied that surprise you? I guess not. Now they have to perish. Watch what I do. This is the inception of my demons to cun. I'm eager to blow and I can never leave till you burn. I'm mean and absurd. Please stop, it's easily done. I didn't want to have to do this, but you made him return. Listen, war paint, swagger and straight jacket and killing fake rappers. Rap barbed wire bats, mate tagging them. Rape plate, glass shattered, laid to slate plaster. I'm leaving a great disaster, bleeding in pain, laugh at him. Wait, it's bad days when I'm writing horrorcore. That was horrible, but it was necessary. Want a war? I bet you didn't. Useless writtens never made you bad, but you started spitting, made a swimming pool between your glands. Burger King's the only thing that made you who you are today, so maybe you should sit and swallow pride since you're a whopper race. Who in the fuck am I kidding? Shutting that fat mouth is like trying to move Britain. Listen, I've had more cougars than loose women. You're a little boy humping the pillows and too smitten. The fool's finished, I'm moving on to the new business. I'll tell you how the game became soft and too bitchy. 1 million little wannabe trap rappers, softer than bland batches of cream in the brand crackers. Are meaner than Mad Hatters. The women are bad snitching, but I'm the best decision. They're calling me Sam Adams. I live in the grand stature, the scene of my fans actors. I'm making the best bangers, they're working the game backwards. Please reclaim status of making a rap. Madam, I come with a max spray and we're killing you whack bastards. This is not a diss, I guarantee there'll be replies to this. Decided I've been quiet, so I'm biased. Should be high to think I'm trying, but I'm really just defiant. And I cocky print your line through your teeth. I grab the pliers, get time crying, bitch. Let me just get to the lacerations. I'm massive back staying. My energy's captivating. I'm finished procrastinating, gasping. I lack the patience and breathing to catch my pace. And I'm sitting in the dark. Don't ask me, I'm masturbating and thinking about your face and vision and mutilation. I'm ruthless. Truth is paved in my path. You're listening, laying and bloodied. I'm super swaying and drinking up all your fluids. I'm clueless to what I'm saying, but you need some milk in a reality check. I get respect around my country and I'm lying with the best. I'm a sick puppy. At the same time, I'm a vet, and I don't need a princess to cash
your royalty check. Speaking of that, I need booze, views and a stack. Evil pay the men, you owe the money back. Fuck keeping it rap. None of you can mention names like you're aiming a stat. I'm getting braid in the back, tongue deep in a twat. Fuck women, fuck women. It's like I get money and fuck women and drink